In this episode of American Greed, a reality TV couple has a real-life come-down when they are accused of scamming thousands of unsuspecting victims.
The couple is accused of luring people with false promises.
They wanted to be a celebrity couple.
LaShonda and Marlon Moore say they want to help African-American communities build generational wealth.
They call it affinity fraud.
$33 million circulated.
They use religion.
We are two God-fearing individuals.
They know the buzzwords: building black wealth, blessings.
More people are going to continue to be blessed out.
The Moores use Zoom and other video platforms to sell their scheme and recruit members nationwide for their online investment community called Blessings in No Time, a.k.a. BINT.
What's up, Ben family?
What's up, Ben family?
They created this blessings circle under the guise of blessings for black people.
The Moores preach rapid BINT returns of biblical proportions and a money-back guarantee.
This is a very confusing and convoluted structure.
The FTC says BINT is an old-school fraud
Greed is like the venom of a snake.
with a modern spin that the Moores hype as totally legit.
It's always and still will be Ben. Rashida, how you guys doing? Jasmine, Tanisha, Sarah, Nicole, John, Gloria, Leslie.
LaShonda and Marlon Moore are running a live online recruitment meeting, inviting new members into the investment community they call BINT, short for Blessings in No Time.
I thought that they were a young, nice couple just trying to help out the community.
New members are impressed by the Moores' cachet. As entertainers and media entrepreneurs, they seem to be models of fine living, success, and giving back to the community.
You're a work in progress just like me.
They was on the OWN show, and he was on 106 in Park.
The Moores promise a $1,400 investment into BINT will yield a quick return of more than $11,000. And at the height of the pandemic, BINT spreads almost as fast as the coronavirus itself.
My aunt called me from Texas, telling me about this group that's so fascinating.
But there's trouble ahead. Investors are having difficulty getting their money out. And the Moores put the blame on them.
Why is it taking so long? If I gotta be honest, it's because of y'all.
They're berating people. Then that's when you know that it's starting to fall apart.
And LaShonda and Marlon may have to face the music.
He just knew how to play the perfect songs at the perfect time, and he would come alive on the mic.
Born in Shreveport, Louisiana, Marlon DeAndre Maiden later changes his last name to Moore and comes to fame in Dallas in the early 2010s as DJ ASAP. Marlon selects ASAP as a moniker for his self-adopted mantra, always serve a purpose, and lands a 4-year run on the popular BET Music Countdown show 106 and Park.
That put him on the map. His star, just skyrocketed.
Roderick Pullum buys his first camera around the same time Marlon picks up his turntables and says Marlon's DJ ASAP career takes off from a master mix of hustle and flow.
If the party's over, he was down on the corner passing out his mix CDs, and yeah, that's how he made it all the way to BET.
There was no celebrity or rock star of the whole game. So that's what I really wanted to try to focus on, that celebrity, rock star type of DJ vibe.
A celebrity DJ is, you're one of those people that the celebrities themselves call when they have a party or an event. Celebrity DJ also mean the price tag.
Videographer Jarvis Minton strikes a bond with Marlon in 2015 and documents his transition from a DJ promoting brands to ASAP the Mogul as Marlon spins his hustle toward his new nonprofit lifestyle accelerator called Mogul Behavior.
That's where he was branding himself from. Just people thinking that all he was a DJ.
You already see what it is, man. Mogul behavior.
He wanted people to know, like, I'm a businessman. Let's talk about something that's really bringing in the dollar signs.
Marlon also flexes a suddenly strong interest in staying fit.
He started acting funny, like working out all the time, you know?
According to Minton, Marlon works out to impress LaShonda Stemille Conley, a single mother of two from Conway, Arkansas, with a background in insurance adjusting and real estate.
My thing was, I'm gonna make sure he liked me more than I like him.
She was just a gem, man. She had his focus, and I could just always tell that she was gonna be the one for him.
I take her to the club, we talking and everything, and she was like, you know, you gonna fall in love. I'm gonna make you fall in love with me.
Together, they just created like this super power couple. They wanted to be a celebrity couple. When it was time for business, it was time for business. And she was like that stone cold businesswoman that was like, I'm gonna get my money.
If I'm pissed off, you gonna feel it.
Oh, she got a mouth on her.
Now, with Marlon by her side, LaShonda joins him as a lifestyle guru for mogul behavior and brings her insurance and real estate skills to the table.
We do financial planning. We help, you know, insurance as far as also real estate and financing, help people get homes and different bank financing as well.
Financial wealth and credit.
Yeah.
LaShonda and Marlon announced their engagement in October 2018 and go over the top for their photo shoot, capturing the attention of casting agents for Family or Fiancé, a reality TV series on the Oprah Winfrey Network.
We had to go out to California and stay in a beautiful mansion with our family.
So it was about 3 weeks before we got married. So we basically had to sit down and just hash everything out.
This weekend was hard.
Despite a bit of primetime drama, on August 9th, 2019, LaShonda and Marlon's lavish wedding ceremony goes off without a hitch, and Culture Map Dallas calls it the party of the decade.
I'm looking for ASAP. As soon as I walk in, all I see is his tux hanging up. And you look on the inside, and the whole inside was just like pictures from the engagement shoot of him and LaShonda on it.
All praise to the Most High Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakbadash, and double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching this truth that's gone all around the earth. Shalom to the hopeful elect, it's your brother Atazawan Bayath and Salakia, you know, for that particular clip being as long as it is, all right? But I just wanted to let it play so that we get pretty much the whole story on those two, all right? Now, we always tell you to exercise caution, right? When you're listening to these people out here who think that they have a get-rich-quick scheme. You know, Jake loves to try to find a way around these curses, okay? And any more than the Most High being the one to do it for you, that's not going to happen for you, okay? Now, I'm not going to make this real long since the clip was, you know, like 7 minutes or whatever. It was kind of hard to bear it. But, you know, this whole, Jake is fascinated with this celebrity lifestyle. And these 2/3 are constantly thinking of ways, dreaming of ways that they're going to somehow mix, right? That black church, sow a seed, get a big blessing, get a big harvest nonsense out there with Jake, man. They love to use that to reel you in. That's the hook, okay? And those two are no different than any other so-called mega preacher evangelist that you see on television or on the covers of those books and envelopes that you get in the mail. All right, so you know, just another story of another couple of Jakes thinking that they have the answer, all right, to everybody else's problems, while they're yet trying to build, quote unquote, their own wealth, okay, and they're using people to get that wealth, get that celebrityism, All right, and that's idolatry, and it's a wicked demon. Okay, that's on 2/3 of these people. All right, those that like to follow suit, right, behind what they see other celebrities and athletes doing. So they sit back and they come up with a scheme, right, that they think that they can use, all right, to build their own wealth up. All right. So anyway, we're just gonna jump into a few scriptures. I don't have that many. And we'll start right here, Jeremiah 6 and 8. And this goes into, Israel, not Israel, but, the southern kingdom, all right, Jerusalem, all right, if you will, being wicked, okay? You can read the whole chapter for yourself. And like I said, we'll jump in right here, verse 8. It says, "Be thou instructed, O Jerusalem, lest my soul depart from thee, lest I make thee desolate, a land not inhabited." All right. "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, they shall thoroughly glean the remnant of Israel as a vine, turn back thine hand as a grape gatherer into the baskets. To whom shall I speak and give warning that they may hear? Behold, their ear is uncircumcised, and they cannot hearken. Behold, the word of the Lord is upon them, a reproach. They have no delight in it." Right now, people again showing the history of our people being stiff-necked, hard-headed, rebellious, wicked, terrible, right? Liars, deceivers, cheaters, covetous, right? Okay. Not willing to listen to the prophets of the Lord, right? And in this particular case, Jeremiah, all right, and still wanting to do their own thing, okay? And you see that today. The amount of rebellion that you see in our people is off the charts, okay? Verse 11, "Therefore I am full of the fury of the Lord Yahweh. I am weary with holding in. I will pour it out upon the children abroad and upon the assembly of young men together. For even the husband and the wife shall be taken, the age with him that is full of days," right? And this became a so-called husband and wife duo, right? "Quote unquote power couple." That's what they were seeking to be. Okay. And I don't know where Jake, well, I do know where Jake gets that madness from. But let's go on and finish this out. All right, verse 12, "And their houses shall be turned unto others with their fields and wives together. For I will stretch out my hand upon the inhabitants of the land, saith the Lord Yahweh. For from the least of them even unto the greatest of them, everyone is given to covetousness." And that's what you see Jake is involved in, okay? "And from the prophet even unto the priest, everyone dealeth falsely." And they tried to use, as it seemed, okay, given in that piece, tried to trick people with the old blessing thing, okay? All right? Telling them how, promising them how God is going to bless them. Well, you're not the Most High, okay? All right? And they were doing it under false pretenses anyway, okay? Verse 14, "They have healed also the hurt of the daughter of my people, slightly saying, peace, peace, when there is no peace," right? And they were making promises that they couldn't keep. "Were they ashamed when they had committed abomination? Nay," right? And then that pieced them to, they're not sorry for what they did. And in fact, they went on to say what? That the wife began to blame those who had sowed their seed, if you will, or invested, that's a term they like to use, invested their money and then couldn't get no return on it. And then what did the wife do? She turned around and blamed the people who gave, okay? Has no shame. "And they were not all ashamed, neither could they blush. Therefore they shall fall among them that fall. At the time that I visit them, they shall be cast down, saith the Lord." Okay? And so now those two knuckleheads are up on charges, right? For fleecing people. Okay? This is Colossians 3 and 5. And it reads, "Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanliness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence, and what covetousness, which is idolatry. Okay, so covetousness is mentioned, all right, in these this list of behaviors. Okay, we go to the next verse 6. For which things sake the wrath of the Most High cometh on the children of disobedience. Right, and you 2/3 are disobedient children. You will not hear the words of the Lord. Okay, and you will not act right. And you continue on in all of your idolatry and covetousness, greed, right? Wanting what everybody else has. Okay, and you heard the nigga woman running her mouth, you know. Okay, she was gonna make him, you know, love her, as she said. Okay, and he says, what? Oh, I guess they were on the Breakfast Club. Oh, she's got a mouth on her, you know. You see, the nigga woman is unruly. Okay, so we're gonna read a little story here. As a matter of fact, Salakia, let's jump down and go back about a husband and wife. And though this is really dealing with Salakia, this is really dealing with those of the church, right? During the times of Peter the Apostle. I think it's at the bottom. Okay, it shows you the attitudes of a husband and wife and their covetousness. Okay, so when you read Acts 4, I'm not going to, you know what, I won't go all the way through it, but it talks about them, you know, saints, new converts, giving unto the church, all right, putting it into the hands of the apostles. And here, let's just read this last verse here. Verse 30 says, having land, sold it and brought the money and laid it at the apostles' feet, right? So they were giving unto the apostles, all right, for the ministry. And so we go to the next chapter. Ananias and Sapphira, okay, was his wife. So let's read a little bit of this, and you'll see what happens, okay, when you defraud the Lord, okay, just to give an example of the covetousness of people and how they will, go through great lengths to try to profit for themselves, okay, and be covetous and be liars and so forth, okay. So this is Acts 5:1, and it reads, but a certain man named Ananias and Sapphira, his wife, sold a possession and kept back part of the price, his wife also being privy to it, and brought a certain part and laid it at the apostles' feet, right, which he was supposed to give all of it, the both of them, okay. Verse 3, but Peter said, Ananias, why has Satan filled thy heart to lie to the Holy Spirit and to keep back part of the price of the land, whilst it remained? Was it not thine own? And after it was sold, was it not in thine own power? Right. Was it not in your hand to just, once you sold it, to bring the money and give it to the apostles and give it to the ministry? Why hast thou conceived this thing in thy heart? Thou hast not lied unto men, but unto the Most High, right? Okay. And Ananias, hearing these words, fell down and gave up the ghost. And great fear came upon all them that heard these things, right? The man straightway died, okay, for this act, okay? And the young men arose, wound him up, and carried him out and buried him. And it was about the space of 3 hours after when his wife, not knowing what was done, came in, and Peter answered unto her, tell me whether ye sold the land for so much. And she said, yea, for so much. And Peter said unto her, how is it that ye have agreed together to tempt the Spirit of the Lord? Behold, the feet of them which have buried thy husband are at the door, and shall carry thee out. Then fell she down straightway at his feet, and yielded up the ghost. And the young man came in and found her dead, and carried her forth and buried her by her husband. And it's just an example of a husband and wife being wicked, but more so, you're looking at this example in that clip, of a woman. That woman probably influenced him to do all that kind of shit, run that scam and scheme against the people, okay? And so I just kind of wanted to correlate that with this one story, of how, a husband and wife, decide to do something fraudulent, okay, that is not out of the ordinary, and in particular in this day and time, because people want to be, Jake just wants to, like I said, get around these curses, okay, and will think up all kind of evil wickedness, okay. This is 2 Peter 2:1, and it reads, "But there are false prophets also among the people," and you can consider that, man, because as he was trying to use scripture, right, to back up what they were doing to entice the people, of getting gain by just blessing them, as, what was it called, bint, right? All right, had an acronym, BINT, okay, for blessings in something or whatever it was, okay, all right, trying to go after people's weak spots, right, because they know that people are in trouble financially. And these women today, that's all they think about, is living a luxurious lifestyle. So you can almost hear her convincing her or encouraging him to push that thing, okay? So we'll read this verse 1 again. But there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privily shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that bought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction, and many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of, and through what covetousness shall they with vain words make merchandise of you. And that's the point I wanted to get to, was they use vain words, right, using the people, right, as merchandise, right, to live their lavish lifestyle, to get get on a reality TV show and try to blow his name up, right, as a celebrity DJ and all these types of things, okay? We'll finish it out. Whose judgment now of a long time lingereth not, and their damnation slumbereth not, all right? But just to get that point of the covetousness, okay, which is not good, okay, as it said in the other script, it's idolatry. All right, we get this last Ecclesiastes 26. Start right there at verse 23. It says, "A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man." Okay, so both of them were wicked. All right, and they, if you want to say, they deserved each other. Okay, a wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord. Goes on to the next verse in verse 24. Dishonest woman contempteth shame. All right, should bring shame, a dishonest woman. Okay, but an honest woman will reverence her husband. All right, so I'll stop right there. That's enough on that. Like I said, just brief lesson on that clip, and how Jake, out in the world, 2/3 have no shame about themselves and will use any kind of manner that they can think of, all right, any manner of falsehood, to gain what it is they want out of the world. Jake is just worldly, okay, and filled with idolatry, all right. So with that, I end the lesson right there, all right, giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Shem Yahushai, all right, and I'll see you all on the next lesson real soon. Shalom.